Welcome back, guys. So in today's lesson we will see a dynamic expression. So we will see how we can use dynamic expression to steer this system under test. So before that, to start with all the dynamic expressions, we will discuss like what are dynamic data, and then we will come to the definition of dynamic expressions, and then we will see what are the different dynamic expressions we can use. But we have to understand that where we can use them, and what are the different kind of dynamic expression we have. We will start with basic dynamic expression in this particular lecture, and we will not go in depth, and we will do a different exercise in upcoming videos, and then we will go means phase by phase, you can say, to get a more knowledge on the complex dynamic expressions. So start with, we will go with some basic expressions only. So let's begin it. So as you can see, in this particular screen we have dynamic data. So firstly, what are the dynamic data which we can use? So there are three kind of data which we have. One is date, which can be changed as per the requirement, and that can be dynamic, correct. Similarly, time, and in some cases, in some requirement, we can ask for random data. Like if you are entering your name, so what you will do every time, you will be going for a static data or a hard coded data. That will not be a very good practice. But if you are doing something dynamically which is changing data every time, so that will be better for your testing as well, because you are giving a permutation and combination of different values. And after that, once you will find out what are dynamic data, there will be expressions like math, date, dynamic text. Okay, so these things we will discuss. So coming to what is dynamic expression. So dynamic expression is nothing but a formula we will use to generate dynamic field values. Okay, so every time we are finding, we are going to get any dynamic value. So for that there will be a hidden formula behind it, so that it will generate a value for you. So that comes under the dynamic expression. And when when we will do that, these dynamic expression, when we will do this, we will do when we do not want to hard code our code, or we do not want only the static value to be populated. So this will be done during the runtime, you can say, or while the execution. You will create some syntax in such a way that the values which will come will be a random value, and that will come at the time of execution only. Okay, and how we will do that? So we will do that using the syntax to generate the values. And where we will do that? So we can do it in both way, in test case level as well, in module level as well, but mostly we will be doing it in test case level. So from here we will start doing it in test case level only. We will see in test case level, but to be a theoretical knowledge, to have it, we can do it on both module and test case. Okay, so if you will see the syntax, so this is a basic syntax on the screen for us. Okay, so to start with, the approach to dynamic expression is the below syntax. Okay, so the first expression will be the command which we will be giving. Like if you want to do a calculation, we will give like math. That will be an expression, a command. Similarly, date, we are trying to fetch a date, or we are trying to give a month. So those things will come under command, and there will be a parameter. Okay, parameter will be like the different values, or the operators, arithmetic operators, or the numeric values, the text data in form of a string. It can be anything depending upon the expression. So combining both of them, it will look like that this particular command parameter, where command will be our expression and parameter will be the values which we will be providing for that particular expression. Correct? So this is a basic syntax we will be using in dynamic expression. Now first we will discuss about math expression. Okay, so what is math expression? So math expression is a function which allow you to do calculation. Okay, so how the syntax will look like? So it's very simple. As I told before, we have to use in that way, in this way, command and parameter. So if you will see and you will try to relate this with our syntax of math, this is our command or the expression, and these are parameters, where operand 1, operand 2, operand n, there can be n number of as per your requirement. These are numeric values which we will be entering. Like suppose we are doing addition, so we will give value and we have to add 2 and 5. So operand 1 will be 2 and operand 2 will be 5. And what is operator? The arithmetic operation like plus, minus, subtraction, divide, multiply, all those things. So there are n number of operators we have, and we can have a look to them in the manuals which are provided by the Tricentis Academy. And just for now, just to learn it, we are going with a basic details. So operand, as I said, any numeric values, and operator any arithmetic operations. Okay, you got my point. So now what we will do, we will try to use our math expression here to see how it will work as per the syntax. So firstly we will do a curly bracket. So when we will do curly bracket, all our functions or the operators or the dynamic expression that will populate, and we have to search for our. But please note that our this dynamic expression, they are case sensitive, so we have to follow that, and we have to enter or type the values accordingly. So we will type say math. After that the parameter, so we will try the large bracket, and we will type our value say 20 plus the operator plus 5. Okay, and I will close the curly bracket, and this will be the syntax which will look like this one. So this is a very basic example, but I'm just showing you so that you can understand that how the expression are working. But we will go in depth in a process, not we are not merged in a way where we will be getting things complex and not understanding anything. We will give an example here. I have given you an example here so that you can learn it. Okay, perfect. So this is one way. Okay, now what we will do, we will go to the other topic. Correct? So guys, now what we will do, we will look for dynamic dates. Okay, so how dynamic dates will work? So to generate the dynamic dates, we have this particular syntax where expression, as I told you, and then there will be 3 square bracket followed by base date offset format. Okay, so in case, please listen carefully, in case you do not want to populate any data in any of them, leave the square bracket blank. But it's not like if you are not using that particular square bracket data, you have to eliminate the square bracket as well. We always have to use that square bracket even if it's empty, but you do not have to eliminate it, you do not have to remove it, otherwise your expression, your whole syntax will not work. Okay, so this expression, it indicates the date value you want to get, and how the expression, the command will work. It will be in 2 ways. One will be date and other will be date time. Correct? So we can select any of them. Now there comes 3 parameters: base date, offset, and format. So base date is the date value in TOSCA format, which the TOSCA will use as a base date. But if you are leaving it blank, it will use the system's date. Okay, so that's what. But if you are leaving it blank, the square bracket should still be there. Okay, it should not. It is not like that. If you are not using a base date, you will remove the square bracket as well. So this is how you will use the base date. Okay, and the format of base date will be in this way as per the TOSCA format. Okay, then the offset. So offset will help to add or subtract from the base date. For example, if I will tell you the example of credit card, so suppose in credit card you have seen like expiry date. So suppose your expiry date is 3 years from now. So today's system date we will take, today it is 2023, and from now it will be like 3 years. So we will go for 3 years from now. So that will be the offset date. Okay, similarly whatever you want you can add as per your requirement. So if nothing is mentioned in offset date, just create the square bracket and leave it blank. So TOSCA will take base date without any offset. Okay, then the format. So to let TOSCA know which format you are trying to use, we will enter the format. It can be DD, it can be MM, or it can be YY as per your input. Okay, but if you have not mentioned anything, keep that square bracket empty, so that system will the TOSCA will take the system's defined format. Correct? Got my point? Okay, so now we will see the example of how to use this particular thing. Okay, so now what we will do, now we will go to start checkout, and we will go to our shopping cart products. So if we will come here, we have shopping cart, we have web shop. Okay, so here what we will do, we have card number. Okay, we have expiry date. So as I told you, we will how the syntax will work. So we have, firstly we will create the curly bracket, and we have date, that command. So we will use date, and then there will be a curly bracket. But I do not want to use the base date, and I want to leave it. So I will leave it, creating these square braces. Now I will take the offset date as say +3 year. Okay, and the format is like year. Okay, and then close the curly bracket. So this is my expiry date, and I will create. So as you can see, the format is coming clearly. Okay, now what we will do, this is the date we have created. Now expiration date year, we are here. We will create the curly bracket date, then we will go with this, and we will say create this +2 month, then leave the format. Okay, and then close the curly braces. Okay, so date +2 month. Okay, so this is how we will do it, the date dynamic expression. So now after a random date, random math expression, we came to random text. Here we can say the random values. It can be random text or random numeric value, or mixture of both the string and the numeric value. So it allows us to specify a string length, but those string length will come during the runtime. Okay, so the generated text contain both random number and letters. So for generating a number, we will give a command RND, and if we want to give the length also, that what will be the length, say credit card number we have to put, and its length should be not more than 10 as per the requirement. So we will give the length 10 inside the parameter, and our command will be RND. And similarly, we want to check the requirement where the lower date cannot be less than 3 digit, and upper date cannot be less more than 3 digit. In that case, the parameters will be like, say 999 will be the upper, and 100 will be the lower, and the RND command. And if you want to enter say name as a dynamic expression, you will use random text and the length of your name. So that will be the criteria of checking your requirements. Okay, so in this way we will do it, but we will see the practical example now. So what we will do, the card holder name is here. So as you know, we will create a curly braces, then we have case sensitive issue, so we will write all the things in capital. So I will type random text, okay, and then I will give the the parameter. As you know, the name should not be more than 50. The values should not be the syntax. The name should not contain more than 15 text values, okay, and then I will close it. Perfect, it came now. Now the card number. So card number say the bank is having a limitation of 10 digit only, and I want to do it. So I will create curly braces and RND, and then I will create the parameter and give the value as 10, the length of the card holder number, and then close the parameter with curly braces. So this will be the command. Now I want to check the limitation between upper and lower limit. How I will do it? Card code, okay, so it should not be 2 digit or 4 digit, it should be under 3 digit only. So what I will do, I will set curly braces RND parameters, and again one parameter, and then close the curly braces, and in first parameter write you can say your length. So it should be say between 100 and 2999, okay. So this is what I have created. Now how it works, so once you right click here, and if you will see translate value, so you can translate your value. So see 993 is your value for this particular card code. So when you will execute it, any random value can come. It's not like it will come only 993, it can come any value, okay. So this is how we have done it, okay. Now what we will do, we will reach to this space and we will see how it is working or not, okay. So we will go to this and our demo shop, we will log in, and we will give the details. Okay, choose it. This is done. And go to cart, select it, check out, continue, again continue, then again continue. Okay, so this is the information we have given, and where we were, we should be somewhere back. Payment method, where it was, web shop payment information. So we will go to payment, so this is the billing address, then continue, payment information, cash on delivery. Here it is, payment information. I have given credit card and continue. So the payment information, so we have to enter all the details here. So now I will try to run it and we will see the result. So as you can see, the details has been populated which we have entered, but where it is failing in expiry date 2026 not a valid. Okay, so we will do it, but what we have done, cardholder name, cardholder number we have successfully entered. Now that is what we were doing. Okay, expiry date we have not entered anything, that's why it is not taking it successfully, correct? So that is how we will do everything. We entered name, number, expiry date of month, but year is failing because we have not entered anything, correct? So this is how it will work. Okay, so this is where we will close our this particular discussion, and we will see exercise where we will discuss the more complex problems. So till then, thank you.